Hello, McKinney Women Entrepreneurs. I'm Cheryl Upvall, and if you know anything about me, you know that I love this time of year. It's fall, it's October, it's Halloween time, and I've got one of my Halloween shirts on today. I'm going to show you. It's not just Wicked, it's the full shirt. Okay, so 2 years ago, I believe, we did a book study on a book called The Pumpkin Plan. And we met during fall and had a great conversation, just chatting about the book and what it meant to everyone. And so I wanted to bring back some ideas about the pumpkin plan today. And if you stay for the end, I'll show you how to make this cute little pumpkin at your house. You probably even have everything right now that you would need to make it. So let's get started. So I'm going to screen share so you can see. I have some visuals for you guys today. And present. Here we go. So the pumpkin plan. Actually, this morning I was looking for my book, and then I remembered I did not read the actual book. I did the audio version. The audio version is great if you're someone who drives in your car a lot, or maybe some morning coffee time. It's really funny. There are a few F-bombs in the book, but it's really, so don't be, if that's something you don't want to hear, you might want to read the print version, but I thought was amazing. And I know everybody who came to the book club really enjoyed it as well. So Mike Michalowicz would probably be the way that you would not say that, but this is what it looks like if you want to find it on Amazon or at the bookstore or wherever. So it's actually a super easy read and listen to, because I found that the author is super personable in the way that he writes. So two concepts that are in this book over and over and over. So when it starts out, he is talking about, he uses an analogy through the whole book and just talks about pumpkin, 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 lots of different metaphors and analogies. But if you've ever been to like a state fair and you've seen, or like on TV, right? Like someone growing the biggest watermelon, biggest pumpkin or whatever. So he searched and did research on how people do that. And he takes the elements of what the actual farmers do, and like from getting the very, very best seeds, from certain specific things that they do. And he writes the book and pairs that with what he did with his business, and then what he does now to help other people to go from a seed, or maybe a struggling plant, or a plant that's not producing much fruit, to a flourishing, huge pumpkin, right? So see how he kind of uses all those analogies along the way. So the big concept, the first one is, there's something really irresistible, something magic, he says, about being the extreme. So he challenges you to find something in either your personality, your business, your product, your service, whatever it is, and be the strongest, fastest, or most unique person or product in your field. And he talks about lots of different products and people, and gives lots of ideas. But think about, what is it that you could do or change to make your product or service, your business, to be the est, right? The biggest, strongest, fastest, most unique, coolest, whatever is the est for your service or your product. Think about that one thing, right? He says that a lot of people are trying to do so many things, and I catch myself doing this a lot, and you really got to pare it down to your est. And if it's not your est, or what I say is, if it's not your pepperoni pizza, don't buy it, don't make it, right? The other thing he said that business owners and entrepreneurs would ask him about when he's, coaching them, is the theme of their same question always comes up: what do I have to do to be the best? Right? And he says, it's not it's simple. You don't need to do more, right? Well, I just need to go to this. I just need to add this product line. I need to do this. You just need to do it differently. Do something different, do something unique. So I'm not going to go through everything in the book, but the next slide and the last slide, it's very short, It's a pumpkin plan, all kind of bundled into 7 steps. I'm going to go through these, okay, but you got to read the book. This is just like, here, I'm going to put me up here. This is just to give you an idea. So step number 1, identify and leverage your biggest natural strength. So that's, he says it's easiest to do your est if it's a natural strength, right? So whatever that is, and it really doesn't need to be what everybody else is doing. So if there's someone who you're seeing on social media, someone in your area that has a similar product, maybe even the same product, right? Stop worrying about them. Do what is your natural strength and build upon that. So if I, Cheryl, I'm going to be the Cherylist person I can be, find that part of my business, my qualities, my product, whatever, and do it. Okay. Step 2, whatever that thing is, sell it, 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 right? Go out and do sell your product. 3, as your business grows, you got to trim it up. Okay. And use lots of farming metaphors here. Fire all of your small, rotten clients. This chapter, I know was kind of like, for me and a lot of other people who read it, but as you read through it, you're going to see there is a plan here. And he talks about that farmers that are creating the biggest pumpkin, they do. If there's any other pumpkins, once they've identified their best, biggest, most prettiest, roundest, orangest pumpkin, right? Anything else that develops on the vine, they cut it out because they don't really care about all those little things, right? So I'm not talking about fire everybody but one of your clients, but any of those people that are pulling you, you're spending so much extra time with them, but they're not buying any other products, or they're not, they're complaining because, you sell an hourly product or something like that. And they're bringing you down, making it hard for you then to get up, talking to your next client, because now you're thinking about all the negativity of that other client. Trim them up. Okay. This kind of goes with 3, weed out your distractions. Maybe new opportunities. This is what we talked about, extra lines of business, or this extra product, or going into a new area when it's not something that you can do, right? Weed out those distractions. 5, find those top clients, right? So you weeded out those rotten clients, find those top clients. And if there's any others that you kind of had left in that top category, remove them. Less promising clients. If you don't think they're ever going to buy your product, that type of thing. I know this is hard. This is what he says will build the best pumpkin, right? Now, obviously, he said it's hard if you're a new business owner, a new entrepreneur, because maybe you're 5, that you're like, well, they're kind of rotten clients, but they're the only ones I got. He said you really got to make some decisions there. All right. Now, once you've weeded all those things out and you've snipped off extra vines that you don't need, now you need to focus on those top clients, nurture and protect them. So they're repeat customers. They're telling other people about you. Find out more about what they want and do that thing. Okay. It's really about aligning what you do best and giving that to them. So find people that need what you got, need what you're selling, and replicate that same service or product with as many of those same types of top clients as possible. Once you find your top client, then there will be another Joe out there, another Linda that's very similar. They want what you have, and you want to give them more and more of that. And then he says, step 7, watch your company grow to a giant pumpkin. So if this piqued your interest, I went through that super fast, but man, I loved this book. And I know that the people who participated in our book study also loved it. So that is the pumpkin plan. Now, if you stayed for the end, right? So I think it was 3 years ago, we had a little crafting event for our fall luncheon, and we made pumpkins. This was all over Facebook that year. What's inside of here? Let me see if I can get it out. A toilet paper roll. So basically you unwind, it's hard to see because I've got my green screen. You unwind, 5 or 6 feet or however long you want. If it's cheapy toilet paper, you might get more because it's not going to be as fluffy. And then you just kind of wrap that piece around to give it a little bit of roundness. Okay. You put your toilet paper roll in the middle of your cloth and you start shoving. You just push it in. And you could do the checkerboard. I know everybody's into like the black and white buffalo plaid right now, or like the brown and white buffalo plaid. And then you could do a stick for the stem, whatever you want for your stem. I did because I have a lot of these. I glued together. So you can get it on there. Wine corks. I put it in for the stem. And you can pull some of these little stragglers and tuck them in and make them cute. All right, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this. This is the pumpkin plan, Michaelowitz. I don't know. The pictures on the front, I'll put that back on. Have a great day, guys. I hope you build the biggest pumpkin out there. Bye.